Greetings, mobile delegates. I'm Ashley Esqueda, and it's time for your Mobile Nation's Monday Brief, where I bring you the best of CrackBerry, Android Central, Windows Phone Central, WebOSNation, and iMore. It's been a busy week in tech, so let's jump into it. Android Central reporting on quite the Google Wallet debacle this last week. First, rooted devices using Google Wallet were at risk of being brute force hacked, but only if you rooted your phone, didn't secure your lock screen, lost the phone, and then had it picked up by someone who knew about the hack. All things considered, that seemed fairly low risk. However, now there's a new way to access prepaid cards on Google Wallet without rooting or hacks. Bad news. So it seems anyone can clear the cache in Wallet on NFC phones, prompting the user to choose a new PIN and then attach that PIN to any signed-in Google account, making it able to use your money. Yikes! Google's disabled the ability to provision any new Google prepaid cards until they create a fix for the problem, but until then, Android Nation, secure that lock screen. CrackBerry headed to BlackBerry DevCon Europe this last week, where they got to see new RIM CEO Thorsten Heinz speak at his very first keynote. Thor did not disappoint and apparently impressed the CrackBerry team, who felt his low-key presentation style was welcoming and encouraging for any folks wondering how his CEO persona would be. Take a look at a slice of the address.
We're focused on seamless experiences between the devices, the cloud, the embedded OS, and all of that will be used in cars, homes, and even more vertical segments to come. So a huge plethora of new business opportunities that is opening up based on BlackBerry 10.
Honestly, I think he should wear a long red cape and carry around a giant hammer when he addresses the CrackBerry Nation. By the hammer of Thor! Springtime is a time of renewal, rebirth. Oh, who are we kidding? It's time for an iPad refresh. iMore's got the scoop, reporting that All Things D has pegged the iPad 3 launch announcement for the first week in March. Don't get too excited though, because even though All Things D is pretty good at guessing Apple events, we never really know what Apple's up to until they make an official event announcement. An announcement to announce? So let's wildly speculate about what the next iPad will have. Retina display, quad-core, Siri. Don't forget that you can win an IOU for an iPad 3 by posting your progress for Mobile Nation's Fitness Month. Some very interesting news out of WebOSNation this past week. Back in the day when Hewlett-Packard was in the midst of the Touchpad fire sale, some folks were surprised to get touchpads with Android installed on them. Odd as that was, Hewlett-Packard never officially really released anything or said anything about it, and they pretended it never existed. Until this past week, when they released the kernel and GPL for the Android build they created. Hopefully this will give the Roots Wiki team some pieces of the puzzle they need for optimal functionality and additional features for the CyanogenMod ICS port going forward. Yay! Windows Phone Central and the rest of the Windows Phone Nation are pretty excited about the release of the Nokia Lumia 900. But there's a new unicorn in town. The Lumia 800 has a new look, white. It's still the same polycarbonate unibody that's dyed all the way through, but instead of a matte finish, this one has a white, glossy look. It is gorgeous. Comments on the post seem to range from loving the look to yearning for a matte white, a matte red, and asking if this new finish will be available on the 900 when it's released later this year. That's it for your Mobile Nation's Monday Brief. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/mobilenations. Check out our network of glorious podcasts at mobilenations.com/shows, and you can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Esqueda. Nations, you have been briefed.